Hello everyone, Cheryl M here. Right now I'm sitting on my sofa, but we're going to be moving in a second. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple things I decided to do with our recent crafts. First of all, please subscribe to my channel, CHER&CHARLIES Personal Crafts. If you like that type of thing, I like to try to personalize the crafting items that I make. Hello to all my subscribers. I love you guys. It's great to stay connected in these rough times. And what was that you heard? I don't know. Anyway, so before we move over to the table, last night we made and I fell in love with that teal truck. I love the color. I love the little stickers I got for $1 that I put on the back instead of painting those big eggs that most people are either sticking with them or they're just painting them, or I don't know. I haven't seen too many other things going on with the truck, but it also came with that base, the bottom base, and it's supposed to stick. You stick the truck into the base, which I painted, and I'll show you the color I decided on. But somehow that didn't do it for me. I don't know what's wrong with my glasses. It just didn't. I don't know. I'm like, there has to be something I can do with this a lot better than just sticking it in that thing, and I'll show you. Also, I finished off that cute little bunny, but I ended up taking him over to my grandson's because it's just so adorable. But I will post a picture of the final bunny with that print, the pillow print that I had. So that turned out so adorable. But I gave my grandson the little bunny that I made, Mr. Bunny, and then I made Charlie that little baby pillow to put in his bed. So that way Julian has a matching bunny with Charlie's pillow. Sorry if it's messed up. I'm messing up my own self. Anyway, so what I wanted to show you that I didn't show you yesterday because it got cut out of the video is this is what I do. I have a piece of nice thick cardboard, and I told you I use my medicine box that I get every month. It's just a really nice cardboard, but you can use any cardboard. And I draw a bunny, if you can see. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I cut it out in the tough spots. I use my X-Acto knife. So you see, and now what I've been doing, because the ears are thin in this part here, I reinforce them with an extra piece of cardboard. So that's what it looks like before we decoupage. But we're not going to do that tonight. So what the Mr. and Mrs. Bunny, a lot of you guys were like, I want them on the sticks, but my grandson said, no, I don't want them on a stick. I decided something different. I was sitting around last night, bored as heck, and I thought, I wonder if I could make like a little fence and then have the bunnies standing up at the fence, and then maybe I can put some flower arrangements or something around that, and that would make a cute little like a table arrangement or a coffee table, which I don't have. I have a it's like a storage container. It's really nice, but all my things that I love are in this storage thing. But I like it because I can set my work down, my baskets down, kick my feet up, etc. So these are what I use to make a little fence, and I'm going to have to verbally tell you how I did it, because honestly I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just like trying to figure out how I can get a fence to stand up, and so that's what I did. So anyway, we're going to move over to the table, and I'll show you what I decided to do with the teal truck and the two little Mr. and Mrs. Bunny. Okay, hi everyone. I have you centered kind of in the middle, so that if I take you down, you can see better as to what I'm doing. First thing, this is the color I chose for the beautiful teal truck. In case you guys haven't watched it, I put little stickers in there and kind of overlapped them and scrunched them together to make them look like they're all stuffed in the back of this little truck. And then for the light, I put one of the little little bunny guys. Isn't that cute? I used the color, it's a Nicole Craft acrylic paint. It's called Mermaid Teal. So it's teal. And it's just a beautiful color. So here is the base that I painted and Mod Podged it. It's really a rough base. And so I had to put like 3 coats of Mod Podge and it's still really like sandy and gritty. So this is what it would look like if you put it into the truck, and I love that color green. Let me try to set it down there for you. And since I painted it 3 times, it doesn't really want to go into the grooves. But could I get it in there? Yes. Hold on, I don't want to waste time. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I love that green. I think it picks up the teal perfectly. I noticed that the wheels are a little, maybe I could use them in black marker and bring them in, but that's not the least of my problems. So look at that beautiful green. That green is Deco Art Peridot, it's called. And it has like a sheen, to it. It's in fact, that's what it says, extreme sheen. I love it. Anyway, so cute, right? You can just put it on the table and, you know, put it out for Easter, but I don't know, it just wasn't doing it. I'm like, sitting on the table, I don't hardly get any visitors, especially with this situation we're in. So I thought I'm gonna keep the base because if I want to use it, I can. It's a beautiful green. In fact, I'm gonna put another Mod Podge on here. I'm running out swiftly. But here's what came into my mind. The wreath that I have on my door, which everyone hated. This wreath I made, it took me like 3 days. More than 3 days, because I made every single flower on here. And I tried to sell it, no one wanted it. But every single flower, look at that beautiful blue. Everything's a blue, and I called this Crazy Tangerine. On this side, I had sheath, this beautiful pale baby blue sheath I wrapped on the other side of it with the pretty gray flowers, and then a tulip I made, all handmade. And it's called, like I said, Crazy Tangerine. I thought to myself, why would you go through all that trouble and then try to sell it? I loved it so much. Every single flower is from my heart. And at some point, I'm gonna show you how to make this flower. This is a really easy flower to make, and it's so pretty. The roses and all are really easy. I showed you them, but this is another, you can get a good look at it. It's a real fluffy flower, kind of like a chrysanthemum. All right, so I thought, oh boy, I know what I can do. I can put the truck, because I want everyone to see how beautiful it is. And, oh, what the heck am I doing? I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it tonight. Put the truck in here, tie it on with some twine, and have it hanging in the center. And then after Easter, take the truck off, put some spring flowers in there. I may even make some little tiny flowers like this size or smaller. I can even make them smaller and put them on the back of the teal truck. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie it on, and it's going to be either here. This thing is huge. It's a 16-inch foam wreath. And this way we can show it off for Easter, okay? That'll be simple. I'm just going to tie it on. Oh, oh, let me grab it. Okay. That's one thing out of the way. So when I get done, I'm going to take a picture of it. I think I'm going to put twine. I'm probably going to glue it on the back of the truck and then tie it on each side, wrap it around each side of the foam wreath, and I will take a picture of it on the door. Okay, moving along. But isn't this color green so beautiful? I just love it. Okay, let me regroup. I have to get one thing and I will be back. Hey everyone, I don't know why I said twine, tie it on with twine, when I had this out to show you. This beautiful teal ribbon. This is what I'm going to tie the car on to my wreath. Tell me that ain't beautiful. I have had this left over for like 2 years when I lived with my daughter. There's just enough to tie it on to the wreath, and it's beautiful. I'm going to use this. It's perfect match. So what do you think about that idea? I can always take it out and set it in the base. If the base isn't going anywhere, I can use it for something else. My mind never stops, especially now when I'm so bored. Okay, now I'm going to show you this. Notice I have my camera centered now. Here's the fence I made. Now you say, Cheryl, how did you make the fence? Good question. I sat on the couch and just went nuts, and so I'm just going to do the best I can to show you how I did it. Okay, you're going to need, this is the medium size. There are bigger popsicle sticks, and I'll show you. This is the big ones. These are the next size. I used the smaller size. So see the difference? And what I did was I took 1.5, okay, and I hot glued them together, and I'm going to show you. I took 1.5. You see I have one, and then I cut another piece to make the fence longer, and then I hot glued another one on the bottom, and then let's get to the front. Then I made my little, I measured them out somewhat. You know me, I'm not a measurer, to make the prongs in the fence. Then I thought, well, I needed to stand up. So the first thing I did was I put these things on the back, and I'll show you what I was trying to do was to get them to kind of sit like this. But unbeknownst to me, I thought, oh, wait a minute, I have the tumbling blocks. So I put the tumbling blocks and glued them to the bottom, and I didn't even need the stand. So look how it stands. It's perfect. So running it by you again. 1.5 pieces of fence, top, bottom. Hot glue them together. Then hot glue 4 pieces of fence onto the fence. Then 4 tumbling blocks on the bottom. You don't need these, but I'm going to leave it there for now, and then I'll cut it off later when I'm done. So what my grandson said is, Grandma, why don't you paint it the color of a real fence? And so I decided to use like a mixed brown color. I don't have any varnish or what do you call it? It's like a varnish or stuff that you put on your furniture polish or something like that that make it look like a real fence. So I thought I would mix a little bit of this brown and paint my fence. So let's go to it. I'm going to paint the fence. Just kind of mix it with a little bit of water and a little, because I don't have very much of this brown paint left. So I'm going to put some water inside the brown paint because it's real thick and a little bit left. See, that's probably a little too dark. But my grandson, he has some great ideas. I'm just going to get it on there, kind of mix it with some water. He says, yeah, why don't you make it like a natural looking fence? So I said, you know, that's a good idea, Julian. So right now I'm just kind of sticking it in the water, so it's more like a mixture, more of a mixture of the water and a little bit of the paint. All right, so I'll finish this up and I'll be back. Okay, so we're done. Now the name of this paint is, well, it's an acrylic paint satin, and it looks like chocolate, and I think the name of it is chocolate, dark chocolate. I know it's backwards, but. So right now, I'm letting our fence dry. Is this adorable? And I can't do much until it dries, but this is our little fence. I may paint the back, because if it's going to be like a centerpiece or something. But isn't it adorable? So it doesn't have to be a perfect fence. It can be like a little rickety fence like mine. Just you'll need, let's see, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of the medium popsicle sticks, unless you want to make it a little thinner fence or do something. You can make it with the bigger ones, but this is the size I'm using for my project. And you're going to need 4 of the little Jenga blocks, and paint it whatever color you want, but my grandson said make it look natural, and I'm going to leave the back these on here, just and gives it a little bit more of a structure to it so it doesn't fall down, a little reinforcement. Okay, so we have to wait for that to dry, and then we have our little Mr. and Mrs. And I think the brown will really look nice. This is our Mr. and Mrs. Bunny, and this was my idea of what I'm going to do with them. I want them to be standing. I'm going to glue them onto the fence. I don't want to touch it because it's still wet, like so. I'm going to glue them onto the fence. They're going to be sitting at the fence, and then I'm going to add some beautiful hot glue, some pretty flowers that I find, and fill it in with some pretty flowers. Just cut up some flowers that I have in my stash. You can do the same. And you're going to have the cutest little centerpiece ever. And I'll probably give it away because no one comes here. That's why I want to put the Teal truck on my door, so that all the old people can come and knock on my door and see it. They always look at my wreaths because they know I'm a crafter, and some of them think I'm pretty good. So I love to see them enjoy my work. So I'll probably give this away to someone, and but they have to love it. I like to give my stuff away to people that love it. So I will be giving it away to someone, and so that's going to be Mr. and Mrs. Bunny fence. Okay, and it's like a rickety old fence. But so like I said, you're going to need 6. I'm pretty sure. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6 pieces. And you're going to do 1.5 piece long way this way, and then glue the pieces together. I'll show you from the back. You glue these pieces together and connect them. You can make a longer fence or a shorter fence, and then lay it out on something straight with a ruler or whatever, and then glue your fence pieces on there. And what I was talking about is like a varnish. If you have varnish or like a polish you can put on your fence to make it natural, you can use that too. And then we're going to put, when it's all dry tomorrow, we're going to put the bunny together and some flowers, and I am so excited. And so I will also tomorrow show you, because I'm going to do it right now, I'm going to tie on that teal truck with this beautiful teal ribbon that I've had for a couple of years. It's going to be gorgeous, and I'm going to put it back on the door. I bet you everyone's like, where's Cheryl's wreath? It's gone. Is she moving? Nah, you know, because they know I always have a wreath on my door. So we're going to surprise them. I like to show my work to the ladies here. So anyway, and by the way, the lady that I sold that spring wreath, I saw her in the hall. I mean, in the lodging area where you get your mail, and she says, I really love my wreath. So that makes me happy, and I'm happy. So I'll be back. Okay, hi everyone, I'm back. We're at 20 minutes. That's pretty long. That's why I shortened it. I said I can't show you that whole project, or we'll be on an hour and a half. But what I wanted to tell you is that I decided today I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go see Charlie. I just had to see him. I couldn't sleep. I haven't been sleeping very well, and I decided I just had to see him. So I put my face mask on, doubled it, and went over there and what do you think? He keeps running away. Come here, Charlie. Come on. Everybody's waiting. You know what I did, right? Hold on. So where have you been? Where have you been, Mr. Charlie? Everyone missed you. Everyone missed you. Yeah, you got all your toys out already. You got a lot of your little toys out. And I could tell you were really happy to get in the car with Grandma. So the deal is, I get to keep them overnight. I have to bring them home tomorrow afternoon. So I get to have them one night, and I'm so thrilled. And he won't let me pick them up because he's being a smart butt. Also, here is the basket that I made for Melissa in that beautiful green. I'm obsessed with it. This was like just a plain looking basket, and now it's gorgeous. I put the tulips, I put some on the bottom of the basket, and I'm gonna fill it. As soon as we're allowed to get out of this house and do things, I have to do something. I think the inside's okay. I'm gonna fill it with things for Melissa. So is that beautiful or what? So getting back to Charlie, where did he go? There he is. Charlie, do you want to go out? Would you like to go for a little walk? Huh? Do you want to go outside? Do you? Do you? Okay. Okay. All right, everyone. Oh, hold on. Can you tell I'm happier and I'm very overwhelmed? I am. I'm very overwhelmed. I'm so happy to have him one night. That was the deal I made with my grandson and my daughter. I said, just let me have him one night, overnight, so I can see him. I'm out of breath. And spend time with him and love him. And I'm going to take him out right now. It's a little rainy, kind of crappy out, but I'm going to keep him out in the back lot, because earlier when I came home, there's these guys, and they're scary looking, and they run through the wooded area to get to a road, which is kind of scary because we're all elderly people here, and you don't know who they are or what they're doing, and they stand there, and it's scary. So I have to keep him in the back. Anyway, I wish I could grab him right now, but what I'll do is I'll come on tomorrow so you can see him before he goes back. Charlie, come here. You want to go outside? Come here. Come on. And he's not having it. Anyway, I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy. I'm still on the fence about getting through all this, trying to stay positive, trying to stay strong. So let's just keep trying. Take care and God bless.